episode of our cooking show. We are going to make a strawberry rhubarb almond bar. It is quick, delicious, and it's really easy to make. So let's get started going over the ingredients. Okay, so first you're going to want to have 2 cups of strawberries and 2 cups of rhubarb. I've already pre-sliced it. You can see in here.
I cut the rhubarb into about maybe 1/4 of an inch. So it's pretty small. I mean, it doesn't really matter how big it is. It will break down as you're cooking these. So, and the strawberries, I just sliced them, you know, just to get them chopped up. Then we are going to need 2/3 cups of sugar. We're going to need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of orange juice, and I always add a teaspoon of vanilla when I'm making anything with rhubarb and strawberries.
Next, you're going to want a large mixing bowl, and you can see I have a large mixing bowl right here. And this is for your dry ingredients. You're going to need
1.5 cups of oatmeal, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of brown sugar, and then I have down here 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and as well I'm going to add some salt. Then I'm going to have 1 cup of sliced almonds. Then I have a stick of unsalted butter, or about 8 tablespoons, and I have grated almond paste, and I grated these earlier on a grater. And for the topping, we're going to have 1 cup of white chocolate chips and 1 cup of sliced almonds.
So let's head on over to the stove and start making our strawberry rhubarb homemade topping.
All right, so this is how we're going to do this. I already have my strawberries and my rhubarb in a heavy pot. I'm going to add a little bit of water on the bottom so it doesn't burn. Just a little bit, just to give it, because we're going to have this boil. Now we're going to add our sugar. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I just turned it on to medium heat, and we're going to bring this to a boil, and just keep an eye on it. We want to stir this occasionally as well, and it'll take a few minutes just to get this for the rhubarb and the strawberries to break down. Okay, while the strawberries and the rhubarb are cooking, we're going to quickly whisk in our orange juice into the cornstarch. Give this a good whisk. This will help thicken the strawberries and the rhubarb. Okay, here is our orange juice cornstarch mixture, and the orange juice will give it a wonderful complementary flavor to the strawberries. So let this cook some more.
Alright, so our strawberry rhubarb mixture is cooling down on the stove.
And while it's cooling, we're going to work on our dry mixture. We have our flour, our oatmeal, our brown sugar, our baking powder, and our cinnamon. So I'm going to add in a dash of salt, because it's always good to have a little bit of salt even when you make something sweet. I'm going to add in the grated almond mixture that I grated earlier on a grater, and it's finely grated, and you want to have it finely grated so it will combine with the rest of the dry ingredients. And we're just going to give this a good mix. Just do it real quickly.
Okay, so now we're ready to add in our butter,
and we're going to use a pastry blender to get this to combine. And then once it's we've cut up the butter into the flour mixture, we're going to use our fingers and just get it so the dry mixture to completely combine.
Smells really lovely. I mean, I just love almond paste. Oh, it just smells so good.
Okay, so now we're going to use our fingers. See, it's already, you know, breaking down into like little pea-sized crumbs. See? Okay, this looks perfect. Now I'm gonna add one last thing. I'm gonna add in some sliced almonds, and this will give it another layer of the almond deliciousness. Perfect, this looks amazing. Okay, so the oven is preheated at 350, and as you can see, I have my prepared dish. I actually lined it and I did spray it on the side. Now, what a trick to do is to make it long enough past the handles, because once we are ready to take this out of the oven and slice up the bars, you can literally lift this off the glass dish. So that's kind of a fun, nice, easy trick to do. So I'm lining the glass dish up with the parchment paper and just press it in. And now we're going to add in a layer of our dry ingredients. And you want to set aside a little bit for later on, because that's going to be another layer of topping. We're going to put in first the layer of the dry mixture, and we're going to spread it across, and we're going to set some aside because we want to use this as part of the topping as well. Now, so for extra yumminess, I'm going to add in some white chocolate chips just to give it more of a creamy taste to our bar, and it's a wonderful addition. If you don't like white chocolate, you know, maybe you want to have some chocolate chips, regular chocolate chips, but I'm using white chocolate chips and it's so good for this. Now we're going to be adding in our fruit topping. Okay, and this smells so wonderful. I love, love, love strawberries and rhubarb combined. And just use everything that you have in your pot, and we're going to spread this out evenly across. Now I'm going to add another layer of white chocolate chips just to give it more of that yummy, creamy taste. Again, it's optional. And then we're going to add in our final layer of our dry ingredients and just spread it out evenly. Okay, so for the topping, we're going to add in some white chocolate chips, and it's just going to give it some creaminess to it. Now we're going to add in our final layer, which is the sliced almonds, and it has a little bit of sugar and the cinnamon in it, so I can't wait. It's like, I love toasted almonds. It's so good over any kind of bar, or, you know, even you can add on muffins, or it tastes great over really almost anything that's baked. So now we're ready to bring this on over to the oven and let it bake for about 30 minutes. All right, so I have this in our preheated oven at 350. I can't wait for this. Just look at the almonds on top. It's going to be so wonderful to get these to have that golden, crunchy, toasted almonds on the bar once we get a chance to eat this in about 35 to 35 minutes after it's cooled up, of course. So. Okay, so I've had this out of the oven for a short period of time. I also, once it cooled, I did stick it in the refrigerator so our strawberry rhubarb almond bar will get a little bit harder. So I'm really super eager to try this, so I can't wait. And I wanted to point out, look how easy it is to pull this off now, since now we have our parchment paper with the little sleeves on the ends of it. Easy. It's so easy to use to make this. So let's start cutting into this. So let's see here. I think I want to have an end piece of this because I love, you know, the corner end pieces. I love the crust part of it. Okay, let's try one. Oh, look how beautiful this is. Mm. Mm. Good. I can taste this immediately. The first thing I taste is the strawberries and the rhubarb, and then afterwards I taste the almonds. So good.
Okay, I'm gonna put this on a plate here because it's just, you know, the almond slices keep falling off, but it is, I'll tell you, this is really, really good. And it's a great afternoon pick-me-up. It's a great snack after dinner if you need to have, if you have guests coming over. It's so simple and quick to make, and you get to make your own homemade fruit topping, which is, and you can see how easy it was. You just put cornstarch, your orange juice in there, and you get that little bit of a citrus twist to it. Perfect. This is like so yummy and delicious. I love it. And it's perfect for the summertime entertaining as well, you know? So, so glad I made this. So, be sure you go to our blog at Scandinavian Today and check out our recipe and all the instructions, and see you a little next time. Be sure you, if you have any questions, so let us know in the comment section down below. Hi guys, bye, hi. See you later, bye.